Hello everybody, welcome to Morzak EV, a channel dedicated to all things electric vehicles, electric vehicle charging and all related technologies. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different and do a day in the life of an electric van driver. Hopefully you'll get some insight into what it's like driving an electric van on a daily basis as a business. This is going to be a very vloggy style video. I'm just shooting off my camera. I'll try and put my mic on when I can so you can hear me clearly. Yeah, hopefully it's interesting and hopefully it'll show people what is and isn't possible with an electric van. And look at that clear windscreen. By the time I've done my coffee, it's nice and clear, so I don't even have to think about it really. Just chuck my stuff in the van, set the heater working, which you can do on the app. I'll show you that now. It's super simple. Or yeah, just put the keys in and turn the aircon on, and then yeah, it's running off the charger, so it doesn't use any electric from the battery either. It's just coming straight from the grid, so works really well. So yeah, this seems to be working out better for me than Jordan's van from Artisan. But in all seriousness, like, I know Jordan's had issues with his van with the cold and the range and that's a real shame, because I know he's a big YouTuber as well, and I don't want people to get the impression that that's everybody's experience with electric vans. But we're having a really positive experience and it's working out well for us. Now hopefully Jordan can get his van swapped out for something that's more appropriate for his needs. So today we've got quite a big job. We're going to Leamington Spa. We've got a contract with a house builder there to install charge points. Yeah, it's expanded now to about 220 homes, 230 homes, something like that. So obviously as they get to different build stages, we go in, install a whole bunch of chargers in one day, and then yeah, come home. But Leamington Spa from Telford's quite far. It's sort of on the limit of what this van will do really, so we'll see how we get on, and hopefully we'll make it there and back in the van. We're fully charged this morning and we've got 195 mileage tokens on the clock. Okay, something I wanted to show you. Yeah, we've dropped to 193 miles now while sitting here, and I've been chatting with the heating on. So just worth noting that if I put it in eco mode, that does jump up to 203 miles, as you can see there. So yeah, what I tend to do, especially on a day like today where we're doing longer miles, is leave it in eco for most of the journey. But just when the windscreen needs clearing, or if I'm starting to feel a little chilly, pop it into normal, turn the heating up, and you'll see here that the dial jumps up then to show you're actually using more power due to heating. Then once the windscreen is cleared of its steam, just pop it back in eco, drop it down. Now I don't think that's particularly necessary for what we're doing today, but yeah, it's become like a game with me to see how many miles I can have when I get back from Leamington Spa. Like I said, this is going to be a very bloggy video, and we're just going to be using what we can to film as we're going along. So overall, I'm really happy with the van. It's exceeded my expectations in terms of mileage. Obviously when you move into something like this, there's always a little bit of trepidation, but I always had confidence it would do what we needed it to do. Generally speaking, you'll struggle to get 200 miles out of it, I think, but in the coldest days we've had, I've easily been on par for around 140 miles, something like that. I think that's pretty good. My advice to someone buying a van for work purposes, I would say, is you need to look at whatever your daily mileage is, or whatever your minimum mileage requirements are, and then add on half again. that's the sort of formula I would use at the moment for the WLTP mileage. Our goal was always 120 miles a day. I'd be happy. We do that regularly. Very rarely we do more than 120 miles in a single day. 60 miles there, 60 miles back, roughly 120 mile round trip. So add another 60 miles. So I wanted 180 miles. And I don't think with any of the other vans I was looking at, you would get that. The other thing that was a big plus on this, Mercedes and VW have let themselves down really badly with their versions of the vans, which is the VW or the ABI conversion of the VW Transporter and the Mercedes EV tow. So the VW Transporter, from what I gathered from Jordan's videos, doesn't even charge at 7 kilowatts. That's ridiculous. It's crazy. At this day and age, 7 kilowatt, 50 kilowatt rapid charging should be a bare minimum. The Mercedes EV tow, I don't believe, has 50 kilowatt rapid charging. It only has up to 22 kilowatts on 3-phase AC. Again, ridiculous. 50 kilowatts a bare minimum. This, as standard, has 100 kilowatts rapid charging. So there's been a couple of times where we've done jobs much further afield and I've been able to charge really quickly on an Ionity charger, so really useful. Later on I'm going to go over some stats on how many miles we've done in the van and what it's cost us, so stay tuned for that. Talking of staying tuned, make sure you give us a cheeky thumbs up on that like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications of our future videos, and if you're thinking of moving energy suppliers, make sure you check out our Octopus referral code and you'll get £50 on your Octopus account when you sign up. Just as a disclaimer, we also get £50 added to our account, so everyone's happy. I'm not sponsored by Octopus, but they have a whole bunch of tariffs that suit EV drivers, people with renewables, and people trying to sort of lower their energy usage and lower their impact on the grid and the environment. You know, little Octopus plug there. I'm not affiliated with them, not sponsored. So I just wanted to show you this down here, which is this B button. So you've got your drive, neutral and reverse, your park, and then the B button. Now the B button changes the regenerative braking characteristics of the Regen system. Gives you more regen basically. I've got a separate YouTube short on this, which I'll link to in the card above. When you press the brakes, it actually blends regen and the brakes. And then once you fall below a certain speed and it can no longer regenerate into the braking system, the regen stops working and the brake calipers come on a little harder, but it does it so seamlessly you can't actually feel the transition from regenerative braking to the physical braking system. So that's brilliant, Peugeot. That's a real thumbs up. Okay, just a bit of a sit rep. So got to Leamington Spa. I'll flip that. Did quite well. So although the mileage has gone down to 103 miles, we're actually over half. So the miles sort of dropped down to what's a more realistic target. But yeah, all the way to Leamington Spa. I've been driving around the site a little bit as well because the places where we were working were locked, so I had to go back and get the keys. We're probably going to pop to another site that's just down the road as well before heading home, but I'm pretty confident that we're easy on for mileage. That's cool. So yeah, that's the first leg done. Now we're going to go and install these charge points. You can see Ollie working away. He says he doesn't like being on camera, so I'm only showing his shoulder and arm. So quick sit rep. Just got to Gaydon, so spoke to the manager. They wanted us to come to the site in Gaydon, different site, not very far away from the one at Leamington Spa. So quick change of plan, come here, install a couple more chargers before we go home. So get that little bit of a job in, bit of extra work. Be a bit later back, but that's all right. It's freezing cold, keep saying that. In terms of the van, let's have a look. So we're just over half, got 89 miles left. It's a fair slog home, but I know if I've come here and I've used less than half my battery, then I'll be okay to get home. I know some people get nervous if you know the battery's going to be close to low when you get home, but freezing this morning and we're doing all right. Okay, all done here now. Now it's a mirror. It's a normal rear view mirror. I'm back on my way to Leamington Spa. I was really stupid and walked off with a couple of keys to the couple of the houses on site.